1, 2, 3. Wait, no.
He never. It's okay. All I need is the clap.
Jared always does the clap.
You have to count. Never.
Wait, you thought this was like a cooking show, right?
It was 3 beats. He did 3 beats.
He did this like,
He did 3
and
beats.
this is how tuna fish casserole goes.
You gotta give it 1, 2, 3.
I did 1, 2, 3.
You didn't say it.
I said it myself.
No, you said.
Go ahead, Nev. Go ahead.
I like that. That was
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's the DJ in me, bro.
1, 2, 3.
Good job. Jesus, that was
I'm gonna
fun.
change. We're gonna do the style.
Listen to the thing.
That was like something like a Food Network chef would end with, right? It was like the Emerald Bam.
It was very cute. It was very cute.
Yeah. And that's and when you take it out the oven, it should look like this.
Yo, chill, y'all. He's
You're
blushing.
you're a
He's
dick.
blushing.
All right, let's get it going.
Hey, yo, what's good? Welcome to Reflections of a DJ, the R.O.A.D podcast presented by DJ City and Beat Source. I'm one of your hosts, DJ Crooked. We have DJ Never here.
Yo, what up?
We got Jamie the Great.
Yeah.
We have our associate producer, Nudia.
Hello.
DJ D Miles is MIA.
Fixing his ass.
He's getting his
Once
ass
again.
He's getting his ass fixed. It's been a while since
He had
been
to
a
go
while
back to
since he's been gone and had his
little
ass
tune-up.
fixed. Only seems right.
Yeah.
But we have one of our favorite people in the world here to cover for him and be a special guest host today. He's a very talented producer. One of our favorite. Wait, you laughing already? You wrote this intro. He's a talented producer,
Yes,
an
new
amazing
stickers.
DJ.
New stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's the only Dominican black DJ
from
in
Compton,
Las Vegas.
From Compton.
Yeah.
By way of Compton.
Yeah.
Compton.
What?
Compton.
By way of Compton.
CPT? Know what I mean?
CPT. We have DJ Spydatek in the building. What's good, Spydatek?
Yeah. We out here.
Jesus.
I haven't seen you in a minute.
I know, man. It's been since the summer.
You been good?
I'm good, man.
You've been coming back. You've been traveling a lot. I seen you in New York and
You know,
shit.
yeah, just trying to keep it moving.
I saw you tweeting. You're like, I love DJing in New York.
New York is different. That's all I can say.
So it's just better because you can touch on any genre pretty much in New York.
Definitely.
Right?
Man, I was playing disco at like peak hour in some of these clubs. It's crazy. Like I could never do that in a West Coast club.
And you could just like kind of go deeper into like Afrobeat. You could go deeper into like dance hall, reggaeton, even dembo. You can just go deeper, right?
Yeah, man. I was playing at this one bottle service club, and I was playing everything from like house to like Afrobeats to like all the newest rap stuff to disco. Like, and it was keeping everybody going.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy. It was probably the most wildest experience I had DJing in like a couple years now.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Do you spend in Miami? Spend in Miami? It's almost the same in Miami, but I feel like in Miami you can go even more deeper.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot. Like it's I would say like other clubs, especially in like Wynwood, you could play more Latin stuff. But you can also go a little deeper with anything else, especially the Afrobeat stuff, man. That stuff is big over there right now.
So you've been DJing a lot, right?
Yeah.
But have you been producing as much?
Here and there, man. I've been working on some stuff.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I feel like, and maybe we were spoiled over the past year when everyone was in the pandemic. But I feel like there's been less remixes coming out.
Yeah.
Because maybe there was like multiple remixes coming out every week, right? During the pandemic.
Yeah, because we had time.
Right? Yeah. But we kind of got spoiled a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And then people were streaming, so like everyone was like kind of like playing the remixes, and it seems like this year there hasn't been that many edits or remixes.
Everyone's outside, bro.
Honestly, right now, the ones that really deliver the top-notch stuff, we're still putting stuff out, but everybody else kind of went back to work. I mean, I kind of fell back a little bit just because I'm going in a different direction. Like I'm working on.
What direction you going into? Because I wanted to ask you this because I saw another tweet that you did. You're like, big shout to Audio One, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Audio.
Yeah,
my bro.
Audio One, man. Actually, I've been speaking with him. He's doing a lot better.
Yeah, yeah.
And hopefully we'll have him here in person maybe next year.
Yep.
Early next year.
It was just his birthday recently.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, bro.
He's looking good too, man.
Yep.
I know he's
Trimming
looking
out.
in the skinny mini.
Anyway, shout out to you, Audio One. But you were saying Audio One was telling you to get back into the Twitch game,
Yeah.
into streaming.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, like, you know, usually after the summer, like, you know, gigs kind of slow down.
Yeah.
I would. What do you think is the slowest month? I feel like November is the
Yeah,
slowest.
November and right now December.
Yeah.
December, but I feel like December.
Picks up at the end.
Hit or
Yeah.
miss.
I
Yeah,
think-
it picks up at the end, but it's like
Yeah.
people going out of town.
Yeah.
And so a lot of clubs are closed for a week in
Yeah.
December. So,
But it becomes like this private event thing where like all these
All
corporate parties,
Christmas
All the corporate
and, like,
parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all these
yeah.
private events pop up in December, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And you're playing, you know, I Got a Feeling, Black Eyed Peas.
Dun,
You know what I'm
dun,
saying?
dun. Along with Jingle Bell Rocks.
Katy Perry fireworks.
Yeah. You're doing all of that shit. So like December becomes this like corporate, this slew of just like corporate events for like
Corporate
Christmas
events.
parties and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But November's always pretty kind of slow. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But I was wondering, like, so like I was saying, like, I noticed a lot of DJs going back to streaming in November a
Yeah.
little bit, right?
Yeah.
I think we were talking about it for a little
Slightly,
bit.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
slightly.
But I'm saying, like, someone like you who's very talented, you're a
Yeah.
producer, you can definitely stream if you
Yeah.
want us to focus on that. And you're gigging.
Yeah.
How do you focus? How do you know where to put your focus on?
Honestly,
It's almost
I had the
like
time-
worse, no? Isn't it almost worse to
No.
like? You don't think so?
You
Have
know,
so
you
many
know, you know what
talents.
to
it
be
is.
that talented?
Yeah. You have to pick
You know what?
which
Maybe I don't want to
talent
be that
you want to
talented.
focus on.
You know what it
Yeah.
is? It's that like once I'm getting used to gigging so much that you know, once there's that downtime a little bit, you still have that itch, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of was like, you know what, man, I feel like DJing, but it's like, man, I might as well hook up to Twitch or something and then start streaming. And that's basically it. You know, I haven't been as busy production wise. I've been just trying some things out, see what sticks, and then mostly just going back on the DJing stuff. So, you know, it's just whenever I feel like I'm really not trying to make a strict schedule of, you know, Tuesday or, you know, every week type shit.
I was wondering though, would it be smart to make a schedule throughout the year where you know that gigs will slow down?
Like season wise?
Huh?
Like season wise?
Be a
Like
seasonal
season,
Twitch.
because you know, like,
Like November is my producing month.
well, I'll put it this way, like, you know, like for producer DJs such
Yeah.
as yourself, right? You know the summer's gonna be busy,
Yeah.
and you know January, February, March, April is kind of like
Right.
it's scattered, right? A little bit. I mean, I think during
I feel
the
like
spring,
it picks up in March and April because
a little bit.
the pools open up.
But
Yeah.
then it dies a little in May, right?
Right.
It kind of goes down a little in May, and then it goes back up in June.
But still, the
right?
pools are open, so
Yeah.
they still booking DJs regardless if it's busy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
or
true.
slow.
But I'm
So-
also thinking, like in Vegas, that's true. But I feel like it goes down a little in May.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like you can kind of schedule when you're gonna like really focus on production.
Yeah. I mean,
And then
it's the same philosophy as if you were doing a party. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
you're scheduling it out. You're like, yo, I can't have the party in winter or fall or whatever because I know it's not going to pop like that.
Right.
So you do the reverse of that. And
Exactly.
just doing that with streaming. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make a schedule around that time and do this thing.
the only tough thing about streaming is you have to do it every week.
You got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to do it every week. I noticed there's a gamer, right? His name is Nick Merckx, right? He's like a big time gamer. He gets like, I think he was averaging 50,000 views
Damn.
per stream.
God damn.
And then he like went on vacation
Yeah.
and he disappeared for like, I don't know, a few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he came back and he can't get past like 20,000 now.
Wow.
It happens, man.
So he lost half of his viewers.
Yeah, more than
his
half.
viewership.
People move on.
Yeah.
They're like, thank you, next. They find someone else they like better, you know.
Ouch. Thank you, next.
They're kids, you know. They're kids. They're like, okay, on
Yeah.
to the next one, you know.
I'm just wondering, like, it's got to, I don't know, man. It's for me. That's why I kind of like fell away from Twitch. It was just too.
Time consuming.
It's too time consuming and demanding.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And I didn't enjoy it. If I enjoyed it, it would have been different, right?
Yeah.
So wait, so where do you lie your focus? Like, what were you saying?
I mean, my focus.
It's kind of scattered then, huh?
Yeah.
You're just kind of going with
You
the
have
flow.
so many
a little bit right
outputs.
now. Well,
Yeah.
okay, so right now my plan, because I'm trying to drop this bachata remix project for like Christmas,
Yeah.
but then I'm also working on this disco house project. So I'm doing, you know, I'm moving in a different lane. Just, you know, I'm doing what's fun to me. So
Nice.
that's it.
Yeah.
So you're basically planning everything out for next year.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, as he should.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always just weirded out about producers who jump around genres. I feel like
What?
it's a little
Like
it's a little
cool. I mean, any
unfocused.
examples?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of, I don't want to put them on blast.
He's
but
talking
like,
about me.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, here's bleep, 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 bleep. Yeah.
well yeah. Like for example, you can bleep his name out. Like, I feel like he's so talented
Yeah.
and he can do so much that it's hard to focus on one thing.
And he
Right.
doesn't build really one thing up.
Well, and that's the
Just a
thing.
bunch of little things.
If you're gonna do that, you have to be able to build around that entire section of whatever you're moving
Yeah.
into. You have to build that. You can't just say, "I'm gonna do this" and then move on.
I think sometimes like producers, like like DJ producers,
Yeah.
they listen to DJs too much, and they try to like produce what DJs are like thinking is hot,
Yeah.
Right.
and then it goes away, and then they get pigeonholed into this one thing when they
Yeah.
should be creating their own sound.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. I mean, I was there for a while because, you know, mostly everybody was associating with me with like Moombahton, and that was it.
Right.
So I started having to move in a different lane, and you know, like the quarantine and stuff, I was coming out with everything, a lot of the hip hop stuff, a lot of the vibey shit. So I was able to kind of pivot out of that instead of being pigeonholed for like the last like 4 years. So now it's not like that anymore. So I can, but when I drop something, I
Focus on that.
100% focus
Yeah.
on marketing, and anything that I have like an edit or remix I drop in that style. So when I do drop the project, it's all fitting everything I was already doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like this one and done thing, and then next week it's what the fuck is this? No, like there has to be some kind of focus because you want people to, you know, you want to bring them into your world.
Yeah.
You know, like right now I'm in, you know, I love disco house. I've always loved disco house, and I've always loved disco, but I wasn't sure how that would go over if I'd done that. So now I feel really, really comfortable doing that. So, you know, now it's just pivoting into that lane.
So I got a question. Can I play devil's advocate? Like
Yeah.
if I was gonna be your manager,
Yeah.
okay? Like if
Get
I was
ready
your
for this.
manager.
Here we go.
No,
Here we go.
Let
I
me be
feel
your
like
manager.
Crooked would be a great manager.
No, he is.
I
If
feel
I was
like he'd
gonna be
a
a
good
manager, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, like remember when Kehlani came out
Yeah.
and like she came out with a new album with like short hair or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot
that.
what it was.
I remember that.
It was like
The
a painting.
distraction. Oh,
She had like
she's
short hair,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then all of a sudden, for the promo of her album, she had like long hair, and it was like, and her hair kept changing.
Yeah.
And then I was
like
like,
her sexual preferences.
I mean,
Sorry,
okay.
should we edit that out? Sorry.
Okay.
I'm
Hey,
just
yo.
mad. She just.
I didn't say it. I didn't say
feel
it.
like
You didn't
that.
say it. You're
Damn.
good. You're good. It's all right.
I mean, I actually got no problem with that.
I know. We love that song. Positions, actually, is what it's called.
But then it's kind of like there's no identity,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
There's like if you like an album and you like an artist,
Yeah.
they have to stay consistent with the
Yeah.
image, like the optics,
Yeah.
everything, the rollout.
They
you
have
know?
to push that.
It's
Right.
kinda
that album that's out. They have to push it.
They have to
a
push
certain
it.
way.
Yeah.
But the
A certain style.
theme of that album has
Yeah.
to reflect in how they dress, how they
Yeah.
look,
Yes.
and everything. The
Yes.
videos, it's like
Yes.
it has to kind of be this whole one project,
Brand.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like The Weeknd. Like
Yeah.
when The
No,
Weeknd
I'm
No,
comes
yeah.
out,
Oh,
I'm about
he's
to
a
say a
master.
perfect
Oh,
Of
he
that.
example
committed.
was
He
Madonna.
committed.
huh?
Yeah.
A perfect example is Madonna.
Madonna.
Madonna,
Perfect.
yeah.
Because every time she put out an album, she has a different look.
And Janet
Right.
too. Janet.
And Janet.
Oh,
Right.
love Janet.
I mean, we're talking about stellar
Superstar.
superstars right here, right?
But
so
still,
like,
they started somewhere. But go ahead.
Right.
I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. Though. Yeah.
so if I was gonna manage you, right?
Yeah.
I would say pick one genre for now,
Yeah.
and avoid doing remixes for anything else,
Right.
And then what you do is you build in that industry,
Yeah.
and that industry knows to come to you for that,
Right.
and then you start getting better and better,
Yeah.
and then you start, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, and then you become the king of that industry.
Right.
But this is not going to happen in months. It'll happen in years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happened with Moombahton and him.
And then it's kind of like, you know, you kind of shift your focuses when you're at a position where you can shift it.
Yeah.
to other genres of music.
But by the end of those years, I feel like you're kind of like dead inside. Like,
Yeah.
Well, because I will say,
Well, that's what kind of happened. Crook, he did the Moonbaton shit.
Yeah.
He was the big dude
Yeah.
there. And now he transitioned to the Spanish shit throughout this whole year.
Because I was doing like the baile shit, you know.
Yeah, he's doing the baile shit, the bachata shit, over the Pop Smoke, whatever. And now he wants to do the house disco. So it's the transition. But I was gonna say, and also play devil's advocate, I think you should stay in that Latin shit that you've been doing because you've been killing it with
That's
them
what
shit.
I mean, okay,
yeah.
so like the whole
Yeah.
disco house project
What
is
is it
going to be
called? Goracha? Gorachu?
Guaracha.
Guaracha.
Baracha.
Guaracha.
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 Guaracha?
Yeah.
No, I don't
That
pronounce the
means-
G.
Yeah. It's
you're not- you-
Guaracha.
Guaracha.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guaracha.
Yeah.
But like the ignorant American, I can say guaracha, right? If
Yes.
I was reading what
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
was
that's like saying quesadilla.
Yeah, cause
okay.
tamale,
I don't mind kissing.
tamales.
But it has a G in it.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, at the
spelled
beginning.
goracha, but it's pronounced
Guaracha.
Guaracha.
Like with a W.
Yeah, but that's kind of like close
Guaracha.
to like Latin. That's like Latin.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that means
I mean,
sandal.
it is Latin.
Right.
Yeah.
But I will say, like I'm a newer DJ, and I know for me, like finding new genres, because I know like your thing, and
Yeah.
then when you start to find new genres, it's kind of like having like a new girlfriend. Like it's like, oh, this is fun. Oh, and you
I
get stuck
agree.
on that, and then you want to go on to another one.
Yeah.
And it's like it's super fun to bounce around.
Yeah.
It's horrible for branding, but
But that's what I'm saying. I think he's hoeing out a lot.
No,
And I think he
a little
needs
bit.
to
You should
like.
be
It's
hoe.
fun to hoe out, but it's
But he
fun to
needs to
hoe
wife.
out. Do you
But
know
he
what I'm
needs to
saying?
wife up.
But I feel like
a little bit.
I feel like the disco house is kind of on
I'm-
the same vibe
yeah.
as what you was doing before.
A little bit.
Moonbaton
A
shit.
little
Yeah.
bit.
Same
A little
kind
bit.
of. I don't know.
It's a little bit
I mean,
the same. It's
Kind of, but I'm.
I mean, if you talk to an EDM person, it's completely different.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
see,
no, no,
but
no,
see,
no.
that's the thing. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck about EDM anymore. I just do what I like.
You hear that, motherfuckers?
He's hoeing out. I think you're having fun and you're
Yeah.
you're bouncing around. But I
You
think,
know what it is? It was this last year. I was feeling that I was like, man, I want to do something that I really fucking like.
Yeah.
Because I'm good at doing shit,
Right.
but I wasn't really feeling a connection to something, you know? So it's like, last year it was like the combination of going out, buying records, and then really listening to those records, and then, talking with like Eddie or Neva, and then talking to the homie Phenom out in Portland and stuff, because, they're real big disco heads and funk heads. So that was me getting back into those things and listening to that shit again. I was like, man, I really love this shit.
Right.
So
And that's kind of the problem with being so talented, is that you have so many options.
yeah,
Like if you like sucked at all these other genres, then you would have to stay with
right.
whatever was working. You know?
Yeah, I'm just more I just want to gravitate towards something that I feel a passion for, not something that I know I can make.
Yeah.
Because there's no connection there. I want to have
feel
something
you.
that I have an emotional connection with.
I feel you.
So
And from a creative point of view,
yeah,
I think you're so talented and everything you make is so good.
yeah,
But from a managerial,
Yeah.
like from like a representation point of view, I'd be like, oh my God, give me something consistent to sell.
yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I could sell you. It's like, I don't think someone like you, I mean, you can be an open format DJ.
Yeah.
But I feel like you should be like you should be doing like you should be a festival.
Like a
or,
DRO
you know what
type
I'm
of
saying?
DJ.
Yeah.
I was trying to do that stuff, but industry is what it is. But I don't. That's why I'm not really focused on it anymore. I
Yeah.
just want to create what I
But
I like.
You've always spoken about how you don't like the EDM industry,
Yeah.
right?
I
Because
yeah.
they don't embrace the brothers.
Yeah, they don't. They just don't.
Yeah.
They
I
just
love when
don't.
never comes
And,
in at the brothers.
it's funny. It's such a known fact, and no one will do anything about it. Like you have my friends like G-Buck. G-Buck makes amazing fucking records.
Right.
He was, always hanging with Skrillex on Skrillex label, releasing shit.
yeah.
This guy needed to be on festivals a long time ago. Has he been on a fucking festival? No. So,
I feel like it's changing a little
Nah,
bit though.
nah.
No?
nah.
Like with K Tronada winning a
Yeah,
Grammy.
but see, EDM doesn't embrace K Tronada.
I don't consider that EDM.
Yeah, but
I don't,
consider
and I don't
EDM.
even consider it EDM.
But hear me out. It doesn't have to embrace you.
Yeah.
But he's created his own lane in EDM.
Oh,
Do
he's
you
created-
understand?
Yeah, 1,000.
I feel like
That's what
he's.
I think you could do the
The
same
same thing with Black Coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like K Tronada, what he's built, he's on an island by himself.
Right.
And he's able to do whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
And he's able to conquer that shit. Like, no one can match K Tronada's sound.
Right.
Like, K Tronada is
I'm with you.
unique to himself. but I don't feel like there's a genre built around that.
Do you think when you were producing an EDM, because you were working with Diplo, you were working all. Do you think you were conforming to a certain sound when you were making the EDM?
I definitely. I had some fun adding what I wanted to it, but at the end of the day, I was still trying to make tracks that get played by these big DJs or something that would help pivot me into doing more festivals.
Got it.
So I mean, but that's the name of the game. That's what you got to do.
Right.
So
no. I actually think where you are right now, you're in a transitional phase.
Yeah.
And I think it's good. I think you kind of played the game.
Yeah.
Right. And you're in a transitional phase.
Yeah.
You're hoeing out a little bit, right?
He's
You're
traveling.
hopping around. You're trying different things.
His
And
miles in.
you're trying to find what you like.
Yeah.
And then, and I think when you find it, I think you're gonna fucking, I think you're gonna destroy it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't want you to like steer away from EDM.
Yeah.
Or that like, the industry sucks. Like
I mean,
like Neva and I have been in an industry that we've been treated like whores, and we've been and we've accepted our roles as whores.
I love you, Nev.
happily been doing it for
I love you, Nev.
all these years.
You know what I'm saying? But there's a love and hate thing in there.
See, well, okay, so I still love EDM. I don't like the industry of it.
Right.
So I'll make what I feel like and I'll do what I like.
So you don't think it's not changing at all? What? A little bit. No,
dude.
How do you see it change? Why do you keep saying that?
Because I'm hearing like Waracha.
Bro.
I'm hearing like different. I'm hearing.
But
what is the best EDM?
But this guy's in the industry. He's in that.
I know,
world,
but
he
I'm
has a better look at.
I'm seeing it from like a consumer point
Yeah,
of view.
but-
But okay, outside of Waracha, right?
But
Being
not
a
only that,
Latin
like I heard a Diora set, right?
Yeah.
And it was
Shouts to
probably
Dioro.
one of the best
Yeah,
EDM sets
but
I've ever
Dioro-
heard in a minute.
Zero is Latin, bro.
Yes.
I know that.
And
I know
there's
that.
a lot of Latin bass on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's probably the only Mexican EDM.
Really at that level.
At that level.
Able to do
I
it at that
agree.
level.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying this didn't exist before. Like they're slowly becoming people of color that are emerging out of EDM.
Yeah.
And it's even taking over the sound a little bit. And now
Yeah.
and you can't even help. We're hearing R&B like loops and samples more and everything.
So peep this.
Yeah.
When Moombahton was still bubbling up, Moombahton got so popular that Moombahton sound became the new sound for reggaeton. And then eventually that sound seeped into everything from fucking Ed Sheeran records to
it became the structure for like pop music.
Right.
Right.
It became pop music.
Yeah.
But the people that were, pushing that sound, like in Moombahton, they weren't getting the recognition. Who was? It was, no disrespect to Diplo and Dylan Francis, but those people, they were getting that respect. Yeah. Those were the people. Not
getting the credit.
Not the dudes out in Argentina and Colombia and Mexico that were building that shit. They were really on that sound for years.
But you don't think it's changing a little bit with like Farruko getting all this attention and Dioro and like what's his name, K Tronada and even Black Coffee?
I don't know, bro. I've been a Dioro fan for a long time.
Yeah, I've been a Dioro fan
like,
since
since really long time. Yeah, since he was tonic. That's crazy.
Yeah,
but for
I'm
a
saying
long time,
he's getting a ton. These guys are blowing the fuck up this year.
But he's just now getting it.
But that's what I'm saying is things are changing.
Yeah, not at.
It's like the same talk I have. It's like the same talk I have with people like about politics or the world. It's like nothing happens.
Yeah,
nothing happens instantly. Like,
no.
and anything that you went through wasn't that like 5 years ago?
It's still, bro. Even
I know it's still gonna happen because it's only 5 years ago.
No. It still is happening. Like even this year, I had a talk with an agent that I had put out 2 EPs earlier this year. And the agent was like, "Well, send me whatever you're working on next, and then we can go from there." I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? I just released 2 fucking EPs, and you want me to give you an entirely new project to whether or not you'll sign me? Fuck that. So it's, and they're not going to do that for these other people. It's ridiculous. And it shouldn't be like that, not even just for me, but for like the next person coming up. Yeah. So,
I mean, it's tough.
But that's why I choose not to care about the industry politics, because you know what? The people that you make fans of yours, they're the ones who are going to lift you up at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's how fucking K Tronada did his thing. He had there was no industry politics for him because he just did what the fuck he wanted. He just got fans. That was it.
So educate me a little bit more.
What do you mean?
Like educate me about the EDM industry, or like even the management that you were talking about.
It's,
right?
You know, it's just
what do they want from you? What do they want you to make? Is it they want you to make something a little bit more top 40, or like what is it?
They just wanted to tell me to make an entirely new project and then, you know, see where we can go from there, so they can shop me to you know, to festivals or things like that. But the things I had released already, you know, 2 fucking EPs, you know, one was Baile Funk, another one was like Moombathon, and you know, so it was just like, you know what the fuck I can do, you know what I'm capable of. Mm-hmm. Why the fuck do I have to send you another project to see if you want to sign me? Either you do or you don't. Like, I just don't have time for that. And it, you know,
yeah.
I've had conversations with, you know, with like my homies that aren't of color. I've asked them if they've had to deal with that shit, and they said no. So, you know, that part really validated my stance and how I feel about it, because if they didn't have to deal with it, why should I have to? And that's the strange part. It's not strange, it's just fucked up.
It's not strange, it's just fucked up. It's crazy.
So wait, so you're what you're feeling right now in your heart right now for production, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna start working on this kind of disco house.
Mm-hmm. I'm just doing what I want to do. Like I didn't feel a connection to.
I don't rebrand it.
Yeah.
Brand it as yourself.
I don't.
Brand it as yourself. Just name the project something different.
Yeah.
And then remarket the project in a different way. But don't change the name of, like, if you were considering to possibly go under another name, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Well, I've never done house under my name before. That's why I feel
that's fine. That's fine.
You know,
it's the thing is, like, producers, they move all over the place.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You keep your name because you've built it so much.
Right.
It doesn't. Like, weight. Yeah. It still has weight, and it's still gonna get more listens. It's harder to build something that's unestablished.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It's just really on really just clever marketing.
Yeah.
So I think you should keep your name.
Yeah.
And do this project, but don't rebrand or anything. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see where you're going. He's doing like a J.K. Rowling, like, you know, like a Stephen King. I see, like, you know, Stephen King released books under like different authors. Why are you? Are you okay?
No. Go ahead. I was gonna say something else. But
no, you said, "Oh my gosh," under your breath.
I didn't say. I coughed. I mean, I was gonna say like a Todd Terry, like he used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
He used to put out different projects under different names. Mm-hmm. But that was back in the days. Nowadays, it's kind of different.
Yeah.
So you're hoping that different name will pop?
Well, no, it's just I don't. Like, for me, I really, really care about this project. So
you're trying to give it the best odds.
Yeah. So I don't want it, you know, I feel like if people were like, oh, well, he's doing this disco thing under this, like, what the fuck is he doing type of thing. So I feel like if I start fresh with a new name, it won't, you know, it won't, it won't have so much stigma attached to it. You know what I'm saying? So. Do
you think there's like, so you think like your name is like represents a different kind of element of
I feel like
production?
at this point people associate me with different, you know, with a different type of style, especially me jumping into, you know, doing like house or disco house or something. Right. It's such a.
So you don't think they will rock with you if you switch up your style?
It's really confusing because I feel like there's a lot of talented producers and DJs like SPYDAT.E.K, and there's no guidance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because there's so many avenues and so many ways you could go about it.
Yeah.
And you have so many talent, you just need the guidance. Right?
And then, well, it's guidance, but also then people are telling you, well, maybe you should change your name for marketing purposes, type of thing, because it's such a different sound from people from you know what people are used to you doing. So it's depending on who you talk to, the conversation can go two ways.
Yeah. I don't agree. I think you can keep the name if you want to keep the name.
Yeah.
And I think there's a way to your name.
Yeah.
And I don't think you need to rebrand as anything.
Yeah.
Unless you really, really feel it's necessary.
Yeah.
Who am I to say? I don't know the EDM world. Look at Marshmello, right?
Yeah.
Marshmello
rebranded. You're gonna wear like a panda head.
But Marshmello did rebrand himself.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I forgot what his name was before. It was
.com.
.com. Yeah. I mean, a lot of those dudes rebranded themselves.
Yeah.
What is your impression of like a Sickick? Because I know DJs want to hate on him.
Yeah.
Right? I just feel like producer DJs cater to DJs too much.
Yeah.
I feel like they're always trying to impress or make music or edits or remixes for DJs.
Yeah.
When they should be making it for people. You know, like I think instead of catering to the DJs, they're almost better catering to dancers. You know, like social media dancers, teaming up with dance crews or whatever. Like I think it's one of the best ways that music is being delivered to the public right now is through dancers. And they're really kind of handpicking and choosing all of the songs that blow up, especially on social media. Yeah. So all the motherfuckers who make mashups or remixes for people end up kind of blowing up a little bit better than these other dudes who make it for DJs, because DJs are so fickle.
Yeah.
And they honestly, a lot of them, majority of them, have really bad taste in music. And they
I was making stuff for DJs, but I was thinking of it as DJs playing it for people. I wasn't making it for DJs. I was making it for them to play.
Right.
You know?
See,
But
see, like when
you're specifically making it for DJs,
yeah,
that can mean a myriad things. You know what I'm saying? But
like they want to impress,
right?
Like it's about the impression.
Well,
yeah,
like
they want to have the hottest mashup.
We had Nick Bike on, right?
Yeah,
and Nick Bike was saying now he when he started like kind of making edits and production that was getting the attention of a Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah,
he was gonna start focusing his edits and his style to cater to what Jazzy Jeff might play. And I think it's dope, but I also think it's like the wrong route to go. To me, I think it's the wrong route to go.
Right.
And if I look at other, I mean, these guys are kind of breakout stars, but if I look at like Sickick, or what's that, Amorphous?
Yeah, Amorphous.
Yeah. Amorphous, like, I think these are guys who literally went to please. I mean, Amorphous to me pleases like the R&B.
But
he switched it up. He's doing house now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm saying to get the attention, he really went to the people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like,
but
Sickick's
he was also
doing the same thing.
But he was also in front of the camera too.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the difference. You know, there's a lot of dope DJs out there, but
he wasn't doing anything amazing in front of the camera.
Doesn't matter. He was in front of the camera. A majority of DJs and producers that are doing stuff like at least dope shit musically, they're not in front of the camera, and that's the big difference between, you know, connecting with people. People want to see your face.
I think it's also the fact that what he did was it was simple and it was recognizable. Like what Amorphous did, it was very palatable. It was extremely palatable.
It was a combination of those things though,
right?
Because if he just put those tracks out, no one's seen his face. You know, he just put up, you know, I don't know.
It wouldn't have the same reaction.
Yeah, it wouldn't have had the same connection.
I don't know about that. I think you're right. I think he has a good story too.
Yeah.
There's a good story behind him.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm still thinking from a managerial point of view with you. So I don't want it to seem like I'm being overly critical of you. Bro. Because I know the thing is like, I know you're going to do dope shit anyway. And I feel like you're just on the road to it.
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of like, I want to kind of like from a manager, from like if I was your marketing person or whatever, I'd be like, can you dumb it down so it's more palatable?
Yeah.
Because making like a bachata remix only speaks to a small demographic of people, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas like if you do something with top 40 music, it kind of translates to everybody, especially R&B.
Right.
Like you start hitting a wider demographic of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he kind of stuck with it for like, I don't know, what is it, 2 years now?
Yeah,
a year and a half?
Like 2 years.
Yeah.
And then he got some leadway, and then he's switching to house, which he can very well do.
Yeah.
But I think it's also the perfect timing right now because I feel like there hasn't been that much great R&B coming out.
No.
So I feel like what his transition makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like I would want you to make something, do a little bit more, like sell out a little bit.
Yeah.
And I know it sucks.
More.
But I do
sell out more.
So I do have to say, like,
even though your Pop Smoke Bachata remix is insane.
Yo, that shit.
I think it's insane.
She like the way that I move. She like the way that I rock. She like the way that I woo. And she let it cry for a nigga. She let it cry for a nigga. And she throw it back for a nigga. Yeah, she throw it back for a nigga. Like a Mary. Billy T, Billy Jean. Christian Dior, Dior. I'm up in all the stores. When it rains, it pours.
I've never seen you like live perform, but it's funny because like over the past couple weeks I've seen you on other DJs IGs like doing like crazy transitions and I'm like, if this was on a professional camera, like this would be like TikTok famous, you know, but it's like you're just doing this in the club for the love, you know, like, and that's the sad thing is that like everyone
it's like I have to, for me to have to plan that stuff out, you have to, you know,
I need to get you a mask.
Get your little baby Yoda mask.
We need to get you a mask.
The Donda mask.
We need to get him a mask, or we need to do something. We need to, like, you know.
But it's sad that that's what it's come down to. Like, it's just like, why? What?
You know.
I know we need to just
put a stocking cap on your face, like Ghostface. When Wu first came out, that's what he used to do.
But you know what? I did have a question. So like I saw this online. So like with all these mashups and stuff, like the new kids, like they weren't around in the Y2K era. Yeah. So like, oh, mashups. So like people are saying like they think the mashup era is gonna come back because of like the TikTok fame and
I mean,
stuff.
it has in a certain way.
It's been coming back since last year. It was like bubbling since Amorphous and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like out like in the club.
Yeah, it's just a lot better now. It sounds a whole lot better.
It's more professionally done now.
Yeah,
than it was before.
You know, I like production in general, like edits in general, sound way better now than they did. Like
15 years ago,
10 years ago, 15 years ago,
real shit,
even 5 years ago. Like motherfuckers kind of know what they're doing.
Because you guys were in the trenches, though. Like, right? You got.
Remember when a notes would match? It'd be two different notes.
I mean, to be honest, motherfuckers still do.
You obviously heard a famous DJ do that amidst, and it sounded really bad. Oof. Yeah. I ain't gonna say who it was. I ain't gonna say what
say it, never. Say
no,
it.
Say
we'll
with your
chest. We'll bleep
it. Say it with your chest.
No, but I think like mashups are even like crossing over to like house.
Yeah,
like EDM.
Oh,
There's that one DJ
that's been a thing.
It's always been that.
Yeah, because you know they have their dub plates.
Exactly. Yeah. Also, for house music, they take like the acapella, and they change. They wouldn't call it the name of the song. They change the name of the song.
Right.
Yeah. But it is the song.
It's bootlegs, right? Pretty much.
It's a bootleg. Yeah.
Make a bootleg of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying like they're doing it more live in a 3-style way now.
Mm. Yeah, because before it was all pre-produced. You know.
Well, they would do some of it live, but it would be like a little. It wouldn't be as aggressive.
Yeah.
As it is now. Like what's that one DJ that does that shit? The white dude.
Is this him?
Yeah.
It's a different acapella over the beat. He's like mixing 3 CDJs right now.
Yeah.
His shit that was disgusting. His shit isn't on tone either. That was off tone.
That shit was disgusting. Like cool disgusting, by the way.
Yeah.
What's his name, Chris?
James Hype.
Does everything. But he kind of blew up with TikTok, right?
I feel like he was doing shit before TikTok.
Because he was doing this. You see, like, he's got like 4 going on at once.
Because I remember hearing about him years ago, before TikTok was a thing, and that motherfucker's always dope. Just straight up using CDJs.
He says he doesn't use laptop.
No, just straight up USB.
It's all CDJs.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
James Hype.
Okay, so famously, like almost every female DJ that's come on this podcast, Crooked has accused of like their boyfriends teaching them how to DJ.
Yeah.
And so your girl knows how to DJ, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to know, did you teach her?
No.
Okay.
So-
She was
wife.
DJing before me. Yeah.
So
yeah.
her last boyfriend taught her.
Yo, cause like females would come on and Cricket would always like ask two main questions.
Nah.
It was like your boyfriend taught you how to DJ, right? And then it was like, do managers hit on you? And it's like
I
those
haven't
are like
asked that on everybody.
every female.
I didn't ask that with VTech.
Because she's like married. I don't know.
No. I didn't ask that. Don't pigeonhole
No,
me.
If we go back to you asked those two questions a lot.
Well, the
I
second question is like, of course.
Is the
that's
grass
like,
green? Is the
right?
sky blue?
I'm saying,
Yes,
but
of
the
course,
first question, it's more varied just because I feel like DJs that are from LA, especially the female DJs that are from like the Bay or LA, they just kind of fall into it. Like they're just around it because there's an underground scene for a lot of things going on in LA, so people kind of fall into it. My wife, she was into like the juke, juke. What else is there in like just that whole entire scene? So there was, all of that type of music and just differences. So and you see a lot more female DJs in that, like the Jersey Club, the juke stuff, things like that. But I would say hip hop. It's hip hop. You hear more about women DJs being put on from like their boyfriend or a friend or something like that.
I think it's a time period thing too.
Yeah,
I think
that too.
more recent, like in the past 10 years or so, maybe more, there's probably been more of a presence of like women DJs around.
Yeah.
To inspire like more women DJs like to DJ.
And equipment ain't expensive as fuck.
Well,
like it used to be.
And there's tutorials, there's YouTube, there's
Yeah.
all this shit. But like in the earlier days of like the 90s and the early 2000s, I just feel like
you had to really love that shit.
you had to learn from somebody. Like everyone kind of had to learn from somebody.
You just go over somebody's house or some shit.
Right. And usually like and it's just what it is. It's like you always hear about most of the DJs that we've had on here are younger brothers to older brothers who were DJing probably to like make some extra bucks or get some girls. But then his younger brother like just fell in love with it more.
Yeah.
And became the DJ, but he was exposed by his older brother. You know what I'm saying? So like it's just about exposure.
Yeah.
And it's just actually like kind of a game of like mathematics in the end, because it's like there's more men DJs. No, I'm saying there's more men DJs, right? And so and for a woman to be exposed at that time, it was probably going to be from a man. Yeah. So she was probably going to learn from a man. Not saying that's the majority of every. That's not. Yeah. That's the majority of everyone's of every woman DJ's learning experience.
I mean, a lot of the time when I was a kid, before I got my own equipment, and I loved DJing, but I didn't know. I would just go over to my homie's house, and his pops was a DJ, so he would have the equipment, and I would, like his pops was like, "Yo, you fuck with DJing?" Because his son didn't, my homie didn't, so I would just go over his house all the time and just start fucking with it, and that was the way I got into it.
Same man. Like one of my homies, he had equipment. And I used to go to his house and practice on his equipment. Yeah. I used to go to his house like every day. It's just like, nah, I ain't come to hang out with you. I just want to, I want to I'll fuck with his, he wouldn't even be there sometimes. His mom's be there.
It was like, yo, I'm
just come in. I'm going to the room. I'm going to practice on his turntable.
Yeah, my girlfriend taught me how to DJ.
Really?
No, you know what's so funny?
You believe me.
The other night I was DJing.
I mean, I would love for a dude, like for
See that be true?
A DJ to blow up. And have the bitter girlfriend who was like, I taught him how to DJ.
I paid for the Serato.
I'd be like, aha. Like,
the other night I was spinning and some chick came up to me. She was like, oh, you're a good DJ. Where did you learn how to DJ? On YouTube?
I've gotten that
I felt really old.
It's weird. It's weird getting that question now because that shit happens a lot more. I got that
She's
question.
Like, YouTube or online?
Yeah.
I'm like, I was DJing before online existed. But I felt like old as shit. Though.
Before the internet existed, before the birth
I was here
of the
before the
internet.
interweb.
I know.
I will say that.
Look at here.
Look at here, girl.
I've been DJing before the
internet.
Before you were born.
Before the internet existed. I
will say though.
That just sounds mysterious. Like,
I will say though.
Maybe she was just hitting on you.
Yeah. That's true.
Maybe she was trying. That was her opening.
Look, saying that
opening.
That was
the opening.
That was an icebreaker, bro.
You like DJ online? Nah.
No, she wanted you to teach her how to DJ. That's what it was.
But no, actually, I just felt like, damn, man, I've been DJing so long. So what before the Internet existed. Like, goddamn.
This motherfucker was aging on the spot. Just at that
I
question.
was, man. I was just like, I had to think about it. I was like, damn. Man.
What were you
He's going back every decade. Like
I was just thinking. I was like,
When you get asked weird ass questions like that, it does make you contemplate a lot of shit. Like, man, I've been around this shit for
exactly, man. I was like, fuck,
It's been
man.
a long time.
It's been a minute, man.
No, I was saying that. I said me DJing for women had made me a better DJ though.
Of course,
you know, dudes. What this is what the fuck dudes do? Just stand around with their hands, you know, with their arms crossed and shit, judging what you doing.
Yeah.
They're not vibing in the music. Me playing for women made me a much better DJ.
I mean, you have
Period.
to. I mean, that's our job.
Yeah.
Again,
That's it.
Yeah,
Keeping it
but you
sexy.
know, but people like to not give women credit for shit. I give women credit for that.
I mean,
'cause-
Oh, yeah,
we're not giving you.
yeah.
no, I'm not
credit.
talking about y'all. I'm not talking about. See,
We're
I'm
not
not talking
like
about. See,
He-Man
Nah.
hater club over
Thing
there.
is, say
I'm
I
not
asked-
talking about
defensive.
that.
He's
I'm
defensive
just-
because of
yeah.
my comment.
She said I asked the same questions
Yo,
with
you
every
do
woman.
if you go back every woman, you ask the same 2 questions. When did your boyfriend teach you how to DJ? And
I did
do
that once for
managers?
Millie. I asked that
He
once
hasn't-
for
Were you
Millie.
he doesn't
serious?
do that
Yeah.
all
were
the
you
time.
serious or you just fucking around?
No, I was just making a joke with Millie though. I was making a
Oh
joke.
yeah, we were
with
messing
Millie.
with Millie. We did
Yeah.
say that with
Okay.
Millie. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we were
I
messing.
I didn't ask that.
Yeah,
I think
like,
Millie
yo,
about that.
you know what? Because
asked
I'm
Millie.
associate producer, I'm
Yeah.
gonna find like every sound clip and I'm gonna compile
She's
it.
gonna send me this
She's
fucking
on a
code.
comb that shit. She's on comb.
I think maybe Tina T.
You
That's it.
asked like, and you CLA too.
Maybe.
You every girl that's come on, you asked.
Actually, Craig,
Did you ask Yoli that?
Hold on.
You asked Yoli that?
She's never been
She
on.
hasn't been on.
Oh, not yet. Oh, you need to have Yoli on.
I
here.
don't think she wants to be on.
Yeah.
I would love for Yo-Yo to be on.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't think she likes me, right?
And I've been asking
Because you
her.
know how,
she's like,
yeah, she keeps avoiding you.
yeah.
She's doing the DJ 5 thing.
She's,
Yeah.
she's just busy. She's just busy. I talk to her all the time.
Yeah.
She's just busy.
She's busy.
Yeah.
She's doing well though.
Yeah,
Good
she's
for her.
doing great.
She's,
Yeah, shout out to her.
Yeah,
she's
good.
killing it.
Good for
Yeah.
Yoli.
Yeah, she's been doing Omnia Hard and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, she's been doing really well.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
does.
I think we wanted her on, but I don't
A
think she
long
likes
time
me.
ago.
I don't
right?
think that's what it is.
I think it is.
Yeah, I think so.
I think she's just
Jay,
busy. I
Jay,
just think
I'm
it's
with
busy.
Jay. I'm the reasonable one here between us.
And you know what? I respect that very much. Like I understand. I understand her perspective.
I've
you know
heard
what I'm
I've
saying?
heard her say comments to other people about Kirk to say someone needs to put him in his place. He
so
talks
many
too
people.
much shit.
So many people have put me in my place.
Yeah. So I've heard that, and I'm like, oh, okay.
The funny
So-
thing is that he likes that. Like,
You know what's funny? I
look
used
how
to think
excited he gets.
before I was even on the show, before I knew you, I thought you was an asshole. I
Oh,
thought-
he is.
He is an asshole.
I don't
He's
think
not.
so.
He's
I don't think
not.
so. I think you're just real.
How
That's
could you
it.
say that?
I think you're just real.
You like that shit though, man.
You're so
Like,
angry.
that shit fuels this
Never used to
motherfucker
call.
over
You
here.
never used to call me a brother from another mother. Now
Oh,
I'm the asshole.
still.
Now the
Here's
asshole.
an asshole. You're the asshole from another.
It's a quarantine. That's why. It's a,
Do they say that anymore? Kids, they don't say that anymore. Right?
No.
You're my
What?
brother from another
Hey
mother.
man, you
Yeah.
like my brother from another mother.
I don't know about that, man.
Oh,
people still say that.
Yeah, people still say that.
rarely,
You're an asshole, but you're a good
rarely.
asshole.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I don't think you're an asshole.
I think you're
I
a
don't think
reasonable
you're an
asshole.
You know what? You know
I
what
think
it
it's
is?
just
Maybe
an
like a
honest
few
person.
years ago.
I am a
like-
scarred good person.
Oh,
Do you
shout out to
understand?
therapy.
I am a scarred. There's
no
a difference.
good
That's
deed
some
goes
dramatic ass shit to say.
unpunished.
Like,
I'm a good person who was scarred. Do you understand? So I'm very protective about myself with bad
we
people.
just been through some shit. Right?
know?
Let's
Yeah.
just say it.
I'm a very good person. I protect myself from bad people, and I don't have a good. I can't not be honest about how I feel about somebody.
Yeah, you're very honest.
Yeah.
So if someone,
you're right.
There's been times you said you hold back saying shit.
I do to a certain extent.
Yeah.
You know, but if I'm at a dinner and I don't like somebody
Yeah.
and they come up to me like, you don't like me, I'd be like, I mean, do you want to know why I don't? I would say that. I literally had like a conversation with somebody. Man, I don't want to bring this up, but do you feel when you have a bunch of DJs kind of like standing behind you, or if you know a lot of DJs are coming to check out your set, do you feel intimidated?
No.
No.
No,
No.
never.
Not really, nah.
I mean,
I think the only intimidation would be you.
Yeah.
You.
Me? Why?
Yeah. Well, you're
You know
like.
what, Quick? A lot of DJs are intimidated when you.
Oh no!
you
To
in
me, it's
when
different.
you like when you come to the club.
because you stand
And
in
you
the
standing
room.
by them, they're
yeah,
like,
you like
Okay,
A few DJs. Not
My-
a few.
to me,
You're
to me,
analyzing.
Serious,
bullshit.
man.
I've
Yeah,
heard
just
that,
like-
but to me, it's different.
Yeah, but you act like I'm just like
No,
I'm
no,
standing
no.
behind
That's the
him
thing.
like
You just there hang. No, you just there minding your own business. But motherfuckers thinking like, oh man, Crook is here.
I can't lie to you. You know,
You know
my
why? Because
homie.
of podcast. That's why.
you know what I hate when motherfuckers like maybe like motherfuckers do something fucked up or like if they fuck up a mix or something,
Yeah.
they look at me and they're like, you ain't gonna say that on
They
the
got
podcast.
about to say they get scared because you gonna call them out on the podcast.
That's literally why, though. That's exactly why.
You know, one of my good homies, you know who I'm talking about. He told me, he's like, yeah. I was like, yo, how was your night? Sorry I couldn't make it because I was working that same night. And he goes, man, yo, like Crooked was in the spot. And I was like, I had to show off a little bit. And I was just like, damn, people really get intimidated about you.
And even before the podcast, man, DJs would be like, oh,
Damn, I
Crooked is
didn't
in
know
the
that.
building. Oh man,
Damn.
Well, to me, the intimidation.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Well, me, it was just because you are like a mentor to me. So you kind of like, you have to give me some type of feedback.
I don't want that label.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, literally.
I was going to say
he's,
big brother, bro.
like drunk, not even paying attention.
Who, me? I am
Yeah.
paying attention to everything.
Yeah.
I'm listening to everything. My only thing is like I hear like if there's a bad mix, I hear it. If there's anything wrong, I hear it.
Yeah.
I
You
just
don't loosen up when you drink, though? You don't?
No,
like,
I still hear it.
chill out?
Yeah,
Like,
still-
No,
in
no,
your system.
I'm loosened up, but I still hear it. You've never seen a group of DJs in full conversation laughing,
And
and then the
this-
mix is off, and they all turn.
Everybody turns.
what is he doing? What's going on?
Squirrel. Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah,
Did you
Real
hear that
shit.
shit?
Real shit.
We
yeah.
hear it all.
Yeah.
I could
yeah.
be talk. I could
You
be,
can't turn that shit off.
I could literally be making out with like Halle Berry. I look at this. I could be making out with Halle Berry, right? And if I hear a mix that's fucked up or something, I
You'll
will
still-
stop and I'll be like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, who did that? I would still turn and look and see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. But I don't judge DJs off of like I don't judge them off of their sets from like I need to hear them like 3 to 4 times
Oh, okay.
because I know like there's so many things that come into play, especially if it's a big room.
Right.
I don't judge them at all.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, I don't know what's going on. And I look in the booth, I'm like, looks like a hot mess. You know, there's probably a lot of shit going on. And I understand what's I understand what's happening, you know?
Yeah.
And I also know what Neva's saying because that's why when I come to hear DJs,
Yeah.
I sometimes don't say hello immediately. Because I don't like it when DJs DJ for me.
Yeah.
I don't like it when they change their set and start playing stuff that like, oh man, like Crooked and like Four Color Zach are here. I'm gonna play something that they like.
Yeah.
I'd rather you just play for the room.
Play for the room,
Like
yeah.
play Katy Perry, play whatever you need to play.
Right.
You know, play Nancy Sinatra, whatever the fuck you need to play.
Yeah.
Just play it for that room, and like just do your thing. Like I just don't. I hate that. Don't
Right.
change your game plan, like for me. Then that's what I try not to do. Like I remember like there was a time like the most intimidating shit was when Riz was behind me.
Oh, shit.
It was at Jet, and I was DJing. He was behind me, and the whole time I'm like, I think I started doing like MOP, and I started doing all this other shit, some New York shit. And I remember I was hanging out with him later that night. He's like, "Yo, like, don't ever change your set for the DJ that's listening to you."
Yeah.
He's like, they're actually there to listen to you, and you'll be surprised. They probably learning a lot more than you think when you're just doing what you do, instead of you catering to them.
Right.
And it's true.
Yeah.
I'd rather hear a DJ not cater to me, cater to
Right.
the crowd, play 1 or 2 or 3 tracks that I would never hear, and I'd be like, that's amazing. Because those 1 or 2, 3 tracks that I hear,
Yeah.
those will completely change my whole set.
Right.
I could literally create a new set from hearing one song.
You know what's funny about
You know?
that? It's the same conversation we have talking about we're not playing to that one person that wants to hear some other shit in the room. We play for everybody.
Right.
But when you say not the person, you say DJ, all of a sudden the conversation changes. It's different.
It's just
they think differently about it.
Yeah, like I love listening to younger DJs.
Yeah.
And just listening to what they do. Like, don't ever play for an OG or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? No, and it's like, because it's like I learned so much just
Right.
the way when I hear Jamie,
Yeah.
the way he DJs, he moves through genres.
Right.
And it's things he mixes songs that I would never mix into.
Yeah.
But it sounds good.
Yeah.
And it's like now he's actually like forming his own style.
Yeah.
So like I really enjoy it, and just hearing a one mix.
Yeah.
That's like I would never think to do. It changes my perception on some of my sets, and that it literally just takes one song or one mix to influence like another 15 minutes of work that I would do.
100%, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just, that's what DJs do. Like we hear one song and we build off of that, because that one song is surrounded by a whole bunch of other music in your world.
Yeah.
And that one song is surrounded by a whole different bunch of music in my world.
Right.
And that's the great thing about listening to other DJs.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important to listen to other DJs, because you're being exposed to someone's world of music, right? And it's affecting yours, and then you have your own kind of take on the whole thing.
Like if I'm a fan of a DJ, or I'm cool with a DJ, and I know what kind of stuff they listen to, I'm interested in seeing what they're going to play in their set.
Right.
Like I saw Matthew Law, I saw Corey Towns. Those are homies. I had never heard them. I mean, I've heard them on Twitch, but I haven't heard them in a place. So I was actually interested to see what they were going to play, and loved every fucking second of it though. But I want to hear what the DJ wants to play in that room, not what they're playing for me or what they're playing for like the other DJ homie. I want to hear what is coming out of their mind, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's, to me, that's the most important part of DJing. I hate when I go in a place, because I've been to places where, oh, what up, SPYDAT.E.K, and they'll do all that other bullshit, and then they'll try to play some of my shit or no, just go back to do what you're doing. Like, let me get out of your way. I'm not trying to be in your way. Just do what you got to do, because I want to hear.
I mean, it's a good feeling if they play your shit.
I mean,
though.
it's a good feeling, but
if it's not working in the crowd, then you kind of like.
I mean,
you gotta
Get out of there! Get out of there!
switch up your style.
Abort!
nah. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, I really appreciate that kind of stuff. But for me, I'm a fan of the music. I like geeking out to the music, man. I want to hear what that DJ is bringing.
I think DJs should never judge another DJ from one set.
Yeah.
I think you need to hear them like at least 3 times.
Yeah.
To really get an idea of what they can do.
Yeah.
And I would listen to them at different times of the night. If you really want to study DJs, because like a lot of DJs start, like I don't take chances till later in the night.
Yeah.
So like when you hear me at 3 a.m., you're going to hear a completely different DJ than you do at 1 a.m.
Real shit.
Do you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people have heard me at like 3 a.m. like, why don't you start out like that? I'm like, because I don't think the crowd is open like that.
Because Johnny Walker hasn't walked in.
Yeah. I'm a different DJ too. It's like you got to build a trust with the crowd.
Yes.
And once you build that trust with the crowd, you know what I'm saying? You can
Literally
take a
just
little
had this
bit more
conversation
chances
the other
at
day.
3 a.m.
That's it.
And it's just one of those things where you have to kind of. That's why I like if you're. But there's some DJs that I know that they're amazing the first 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it's like, then it's like kind of filler. Mm-hmm. And then maybe they might pick it back up.
Right.
But I can literally say that because I've listened to the DJs in different times of the night.
Yeah.
So I've heard these DJs literally in different times of the night. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference.
Yeah.
Of like, you know, listening to different dudes or whatever.
Right.
Yo, we should probably end this, right?
Yeah,
like
we
this is
should.
going long. Mm-hmm. We've just been super DJ nerdy with this.
Yeah.
Yo, SPYDAT.E.K.
Yo.
Thank you so much for coming through, man.
Of course.
My man.
And this would be the episode I'm on where we just keep droning on.
I know, about DJ shit.
But this is a typical hangout with SPYDAT.E.K. You just talk about shit and just keep going.
I was trying to talk about whatever y'all was.
You was just
whatever
here
y'all
just
was
to
on.
hang.
I'm just here.
And we out, man.
All right.
We out.
Peace.
If you want to watch more episodes from R.O.A.D Podcast, click either links on the left or the right. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page and get updated on new uploads throughout the week. Peace.